Welcome back to the Voice of Reality. If you are joining us for the first time, you are highly welcome. The video we are about to watch is the growing trend of drinkable melanin drops that is becoming popular on social media. Many influencers claim this product can give white people a naturally looking good skin, while others question whether they are actually safe because the adverts are too good to be true. Some users say the product worked, while others remain skeptical because there is very little clear evidence behind many of these claims. Before we break everything down, let's watch a few clips together. We'll come back and talk about what is really happening.
Every summer, I am so used to getting sunburnt. When I'm trying to get a tan and just get a little brown for the summer, I usually fry. And so I invested in some of Xeria's sunless drinkable tanning drops. They're in the flavor watermelon. They help boost the natural melanin that you already have in your skin because we all have a certain amount already, and this just helps give it a little boost. You get 60 mLs in this bottle, so just depending on how many drops you decide to use a day is how long it will last you. I usually use a full dropper, so just that much as a dropper. And it's not a sweet watermelon flavor, it's more like a dry watermelon flavor, if you kind of know what I mean. You can put it right into a drink of yours, drink it up. You can actually add it to a moisturizer and apply it, or you can just put it directly right into your mouth. These are all natural ingredients and they are vegan. Someone who uses this consistently can start to usually see a subtle glow of a tan coming on within 5 to 7 days. This is something that works gradually if you're consistent. So if you are like used to sunburning, it's just gonna boost the melanin. And then so if you have to be out in the sun at all in the summer, you're gonna tan easier. I will actually link below the exact shop that I order mine from. But yes, Xeria Sunless Drinkable Tanning Drops.
When people start taking melanin in order to change the color of their skin, it shows just one thing: they are not proud of their color. They are not proud of whom they are.
So, white people have done it again. They have taken a phrase and made it their own. They have taken black fatigue, are you fucking kidding me? And made it their own. Basically turned it into a little weapon that they can use. But here's the thing. Black fatigue is real. It is real. I see my friends experience the exhaustion on a daily, regular basis. And to be honest, I get exhausted too. But the privilege that I have, that we as white people have, we can log off. We can delete the app. We can change our algorithms. We can even completely take a hiatus from social media if we want to. But guess who can't? Guess who does not get that privilege? Black people, because that's their daily life. That's their real life experience. Remember that.
Have you ever heard of tanning drops that you just put in your drink and then you drink it? It's gonna make you tanner within 5 to 7 days. Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with the drops, but I am so white that I never get any tan lines. I have a tan line, and I'm not sure if it's from this or not, but that's the only difference that I've been making since I've been using it. These are the Xeria drops. They are watermelon flavored, so they taste really good. Go and check these out if you're interested.
I could not make this shit up if I tried. I just cannot. And I need you guys to stay with me because this is probably going to blow your mind as much as it blew mine. So I had this patient, and this patient was extremely, extremely drowsy. And there was nothing that she was taking that should make her that drowsy. She was just like, I cannot hold my eyes open. Like, I am so drowsy. So I started questioning, are you taking anything that you are not prescribed, like vitamins, supplements, anything else, anything that you have changed in your diet or your life? And she says, no, not really. She's like, the only thing I take is melatonin. And I said, okay. And I said, how often are you taking melatonin and how many milligrams? She said, well, She said, I take it about 4 times a day. She said, I think those are 10 or 20 milligrams. She was like, but I'm trying to get the highest dose. She said, so I can get a really good tan before the end of the summer. And I said, huh? And she said, yeah. She said, you know, the higher the dose, the more you're going to tan. And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, you know, she was like, the more you take the melatonin, the more you're going to tan. She's like, I'm trying to get up to the highest dose. And I was like, I'm not sure what you're talking about. And I was like, but I hope you're not taking melatonin all day and all night long. And she said, well, yeah. She was like, because she said, I would rather just take the pill than lay out in the sun. And I said, take the pill? She was like, I can see now you don't know what you're doing. I said, ma'am, I'm trying to understand what you are saying here. And she says, I'm taking the melatonin. She was like, because I don't want to lay in the sun. I said, so you're taking melatonin to tan? She was like, yes. She was like, because you know, that's what black people have in their skin. And that's it. I about fell out. I don't like, what the fuck is she talking about? And I'm like, ma'am, I'm like, I think you mean melanin, and baby, you can't buy that in a bottle. I'm like, what you are taking is a sleep aid, and that is why you are so freaking drowsy. And she looks at me like I'm totally stupid. Like I have no fucking idea what is going on. And she's like, so that's not melatonin that's in their skin? I was like, no, that is melanin. And baby, you have to be born with it. That is not something you can buy in a bottle. You might want to throw them fucking melatonins away before your ass goddamn collapse some fucking where. I can't make this shit up.
The sun isn't shining today, and that's okay, because on the days when it's not sunny, I'm still going to boost my melanin by taking my Xeria Sunless Tanning Drops. And that's what these are used for, is to boost the melanin that you already have in your skin. These are in the watermelon flavor. You get 60 mLs in one bottle. I do suggest getting at least 2 because that first bottle is gonna go fast and you're not gonna wanna wait for another bottle to be shipped to you. These are all natural ingredients. This is vegan. The DHA ingredient that is in this and is also in a lot of sunless tanning products, DHA, it is FDA approved. You can look that up if you would like. Don't buy these if you think that you're going to take these and be tan the next day, because that's not how these work. This is a very extremely gradual process. These are drinkable. You can also add drops to a moisturizer and apply it that way. You can add them to a favorite drink and drink them that way. Or you can just take it straight from the bottle, is what I do a lot of the times, just because I'm in a hurry or I don't have a drink made. They are not by any means a sweet watermelon flavor. It's a very dry flavor. I will have these linked below if you've been wanting to check them out, or if you've been kind of going back and forth. Worth a try. Like I said, results vary because we all have different skin types. So check them out.
I'm starting to run out of my tanning drops, and then Xeria offered to send me some of theirs to try, so I thought, why not? These are also watermelon flavored. These are the type of drops that you actually put in your drink or in your mouth and take them directly in your body. The Xeria drops are made from traditional Chinese medicine extract, mint leaf extract, gluco something, potassium sorbate, and vitamin B1. We're going to see if these work to keep my tan going through the fall and the winter, as well as the other ones do. Let me know, have you tried these? Would you drink tanning drops? I need to know. I've been drinking them for about 2 months now, and I absolutely love them. You can grab these down in the orange cart if you want to try them along with me.
Don't get me wrong, I love being tan, but it kills me a little bit every time that I get a little darker and someone's like, what tanning oil do you use? How did you get so dark? You were white before. I'm going to start carrying around a picture of my father. I'm going to start carrying around a picture of my father in my wallet, and I'm just going to pull it out every time this scenario happens. I'm going to be like, this man, his genetics, I don't know, the sun. Like, do I have to explain melanin to these people? Like, can't my father be enough? Like, I think if I just carry around the photo, it'll be enough. What do we think, guys? Good idea? Maybe I should paint him on my nails like I did Pizza Cat. Just a little picture of my papa. Thoughts and opinions, let me know.
I asked
This is it right here,
why the
fam.
military was
This
interested
is
in
what's
melanin.
going on. This is what's going on. Look, why is the military interested in melanin? Look, the military has used melanin for various applications such as harvesting thermal energy for cold weather vehicles, creating melanin-based clothing coatings, dramatically improving EMP shield capacity, dramatically improving radiation shielding capacity, creating melanin technologies that help reduce diseases, and dramatically improving the capacity to store and release energy. Is there anything else you would like to know? You damn right. Oh my God. The rabbit hole is open. Large-scale melanin, natural melanin production for military applications. Agency, Department of Defense, about $166,000. Phase 1. Yo. Oh. Hold up. Give the people where we at. Okay, alright, hold on. Let's go, people, hold on. Solicitation year. They've been selling this?
No doubt in people with higher melanin, natural higher melanin, that it's far more likely that that melanin will be coating the nucleus, the cell wall of the nucleus of the DNA. Now the point about that is that ultraviolet light, which is often used to slice DNA, is blocked by that melanin. It absorbs it. It doesn't allow it in to interfere with the DNA. And it could well be, and this is Nigel's thesis, that this was a blocker for them when they were trying to genetically alter the species. And therefore, when maybe just out of random mutation, something like an albino came along, they discovered, wow, we can get straight in. Right. And it may well be that the paler skinned nation, people on the earth, maybe have that pale skin because of this genetic experimentation to make things easier for them to work on human DNA. And in fact, Professor Steve Jones argues that this thing about vitamin D being, pale skin being there to allow vitamin D to be absorbed and so on, all these theories about why pale skin happened in the first place, he believes it's not an adequate explanation. There is no real explanation or justification for the need for pale skin at all.
Yeah, because I think if
dark skin is always an advantage in every circumstance.
Right.
Ever wonder why some people just tan easier than others? Because I sure have. A lot of it has to do with melanin, which is the pigment that gives skin its color. Certain nutrients can support your body's natural melanin production and protect against stress and UV exposure. My friend actually got me onto these capsules just recently. They have antioxidants, vitamins like vitamin C, beta-carotene, and L-tyrosine, which are all studied for their role in skin and pigment support. This isn't like a magic tan pill, but it can support your body's natural tanning process when you're in the sun. It has clean ingredients, not just a quick fix. It is linked below for you to read more about it. If you like to research things like me, I was very impressed.
The old way of tanning is over, and the industry is furious. This is Sorella Drops. Tanning drops you drink. Yep, instead of staining your skin with self-tanner, you just mix it in water and let your melanin do the work. Here's how it works. 2 ml a day with natural ingredients like beta-carotene, collagen, and vitamin C, activating your tan from the inside out. No sun, no streaks, no weird orange tone. Why use it? Because besides a natural glow, your skin stays hydrated, radiant, and protected. Grab yours now and get a free extra bottle.
This is the tan I have currently after 13 doses of Melanin Tan 2, the tanning peptide. So far, this is my experience. I've noticed appetite suppression. I've gotten darker. My libido's gone up. My moles and freckles have gotten darker. That's to be expected. I don't notice any new ones, but that's not to say that there isn't.
Melanin Tan 2 is an unlicensed, unregulated peptide that is an analog that stimulates alpha melanocyte stimulating hormone.
This is my own research. Always consult a healthcare provider before making any medical decisions for yourself.
All right, I'm going to throw on my glasses here, guys. I'm using open evidence, which is basically our doctor related AI research tool that we use that you can only get into if you have an MPI number. Are there risks to using this? And here's what we got. There are multiple documented and potential risks spanning dermatological, systemic, cardiovascular, and infectious disease categories. Multiple national health organizations have issued warnings. So some of those things are obviously, we're worried about melanoma, right? Because we're stimulating the melanin. And so this is the most clinically concerning thing, it says. Eruptive and dysplastic nevi. So he said he didn't have any new spots, but if you do have spots or new spots, you could basically be stimulating a melanoma or a skin cancer. So listen, the idea that I wanted you guys all to walk away with here is that peptides are not totally benign. You should not, as he said, just treat yourself with some of these peptides. There are drawbacks to peptides, and you can see clearly in this one that we all are worried about things like melanoma. And there are clearly other things besides melanoma that we have to worry about. So be careful.
Do these drinkable tanning drops actually work? I'm a biochemist, and welcome to today's episode of Facts or Cats. The transformations I've seen on my feed are unreal. Self-tanners have toxic chemicals, but this brand will actually give you a healthy tan from the inside out without the UV damage. I've noticed that the formula includes vitamins that support healthy skin and help to reduce the signs of aging. Of course, my research wouldn't be complete if I didn't try it myself, so I took one for the team, guys. Honestly, I was really surprised with this one. I ordered it and I've been putting 2 full droppers into my drink for the past few weeks. Not only did I go from this pale to this tan in just a few weeks, I have a healthier, more glowy complexion overall. So is it facts or cat? Blow drop, you've won the facts for me.
I'm a dermatology nurse, and the comparison between their original shade and their new tan is so scary. I hope that this is just a filter, because the only routine that you have perfected is a skin cancer routine. And for anyone who needs a reminder, any sign of a tan is a sign of DNA damage, granted that is coming from the sun.
From the clips we just watched, we can see influencers sharing their experiences with different tanning products. Some are talking about drinkable melanin drops that claim to increase skin pigmentation from the inside, while others are actually using tanning drops that are mixed into moisturizer and applied directly to their skin. In some of the clips, we also see people raising concern about safety, questioning whether these products have been properly tested and whether the marketing is misleading. The simple question is that many of the bold claims have not been strongly supported by any scientific evidence. Experts advise people to be careful before believing viral social media trends. I don't know if it is to say that many white people are not proud of their skin and that is why they want a darker skin by going for melanin. Melanin is naturally pigment, gives skin, hair, and eyes their color. It also helps absorb some of the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays. People with more natural melanin generally have more protection from sun damage than people with very little melanin. But no matter the amount of tannin and melanin boosting product can never make someone to be totally immune to sunburn. Some people believe that taking melanin will give them a darker glow complexion and they won't burn in the sun anymore. That isn't true. A tan provides only a small amount of extra protection. It does not replace sunscreen or other sun protection. I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section. Now let's continue watching more clips, and after that we'll come back once again for a little more commentaries.
So I'm so disgusted right now, like nauseous, and I'm gonna tell y'all why in TikTok, because this video came through and this guy was saying that they have melanin vitamins and melanin drops. So I'm listening to this man's video and I'm like, oh, that sounds like the Tubi movie, because there was a Tubi movie called Melanin. It's under the Tubi originals, where they had created this pill. And the white guy took the pill and he woke up and he was a black guy. The black comedian with the afro and the glasses. He got a bit of a big nose, mad funny though. Very sarcastic, a little heavy with the dry sarcasm in his comedy. This shit was funny. But it was also kind of like type scary. And it came out like 2 years ago. well, we're in 2026. It might have came out in 2023 because I was living in Tallahassee when that movie came out, and I know because I saw it. And I was downing a lot of Tubi original movies back then, a lot of them, and I think I put it actually on my Instagram. I had put a whole shit on it because I thought it was wild of the thought, like, what the fuck? What? Anyways, I'm listening to this man. It sounds like the movie. So I Googled melanin drops. Yo, there's fucking oral drops. Like, it come with a thing, a squirty thing. You know, the Tubi thing from the bottle. The word is gone right now. I can't even get it. That I'm stupefied by this shit. Like, I read it, and they confidently in black and white are so bold and put that it's an oral drop. You take it 1 to 2 times a day. It provides golden undertones and will slowly increase the natural tanning without any unevenness. Blah, 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 blah. So apparently there's a vitamin L, thiolene L something that supports, is like the main, I think, vitamin in melanin, or supports melanin. So somehow they lab grew that shit. They made a lab version along with your vitamin A, I think it's A2, B12, vitamin C. Oh yeah, I read the list. Thiamine and some other bullshit. Okay, mixed with this L, whatever, to make a drop, a oral fucking drop. Please do not take that, yo. Please, whatever the fuck that is that they putting in that shit, yo, you got to be from another dimension, literally. Perhaps from another dimension where the brain is not a necessary organ, kind of like the appendix. It's reached appendix status. And because your brain has reached appendic status, it's okay. You take all of that jazz. But so long as your brain is still a regular brain and it has not reached uselessness like the appendix, for those of you who do not know, because I learned this and I feel like it's a fun fact that I slap everywhere I can. The appendix used to be used as a secondary part of digestion. So it was the preliminary part of digestion before your digestion actually took over, and then eventually just kind of with evolution became an obsolete organ, or at least that's how I read it a long time ago. But if you're a doctor and you know better than me, go ahead and let me know if I'm right or wrong. Anyways, until your brain reaches that status, I don't think that anybody, because I don't know, not me, because I got plenty of sunshine here. I'm just not trying to sit in the sun right now or get bit up by ants. And my tan so far has reached a level I'm satisfied with. So I could do with a little bit of indoors. But you know, I this natural for me. I don't need vitamins and shit. You understand what I'm saying? I don't even like those tanning lotions. And I tried it once. And I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Because I didn't know that meant that it turned your skin a color. I thought it just supported you when you was going to go get a tan. I had no fucking idea what tanning lotion was. But my mom had gave me some. I was like, all right, and I'm slathering this shit on every day like it's like regular lotion. Like, oh my God, because you know what I'm saying? I got my legs out in the sun and I'm trying to get this motherfucking tan. I really thought I was getting... When I saw the orange, I was like, what the fuck is this? I saw that shit on my foot and I saw that shit on my sock. My mom thought it was fucking hilarious. She busted out laughing. I was like, yo, I don't play that, but thank you so much. This was such a nice gesture. Like, I didn't even know what else to say. And I didn't want to be rude after that, so I had to make it extra kind. And I was like, well, I can't use that because I'm a natural tanning kind of gal. And I can't have anything that's going to mess with my tan. Maybe a little SPF 50, you know what I'm saying? A little SPF 50 here and there, depending on where I'm at. A little SPF 75, depending on where I'm at. Depending on really what kind of, if I'm about to go in on a tanning day. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all too much about my tan. I got it down to a science. But I love tanning, you know what I'm saying? So when you like tanning and you know that you melanated and you know that you could tan up to a certain degree, like I could literally get as dark as my grandmother in the right amount of sun with the right, you know what I'm saying, if I do it right and I moisturize my skin right, with the right tanning lotion, you know what I'm saying, and the right balance of SPF, I could get up to Hershey chocolate brown like my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even with a little bit of char on the top, like a straight up, and not be burnt if I do it right. You know what I'm saying? And I choose to put the right products on. So like, I know how to marinate. I know how to sazonarme bien for the look that I'm going for, depending on how much I'm trying to tan, right? Most people who like to tan know that shit. They got their tan down to a sazon science. Like how you sazona chicken, that's how we sazona for tanning. Tu me entiendes? We got ingredients. We know what we doing. That shit, though, don't do that. Yo, in the movie, the white guy, when he was taking the vitamins, he turned black. With him aesthetically turning black, somehow he was picking up on like ebonics, and all these different damn, the whole word is, but you get it. Like and he was freaking out throughout the movie. Like, why do I know this? How do I know this? I'm not even black. Like, what the fuck happened to me? He had to sneak back into his job. They didn't even believe that he worked there. He was trying, like, he really had to play it. Like, it was, the movie, I don't love the way that, the movie's you watch it on Tubi. If you watch, you're going to be like, this is crazy. What is this, though? Like, so if you start taking this, because some of these girls have put some video, pictures. Apparently, this shit combines with your, when you put the shit in your mouth, well, really, you put in your coffee, your water, whatever. You're not fucking with none of my shit. I'm sorry. This is all no's for me. Right? So it combines with your body chemistry that allows you to tan, giving you a natural golden brown undertone. So some of these girls really look like they got tanned. Some of them is looking a little bit golden. Some of them is looking a little golden brown. It's not as orangey as like when you would go to a tanning bed or if you would put a tanning spray. Are
these edible tanning drops dangerous? They promise to
literally tans you from the inside out. Tastes kind of gross though.
And they're going viral. Hyped by influencers on TikTok and Instagram.
I'll have them linked below for you guys.
They're sold on the TikTok shop, Amazon, independent websites, and major retailers like Superdrug.
Trust me and try this ASAP.
But some people are asking,
all day to chat. Because I was scared that I wouldn't be alive after taking them.
So what do they actually have in them? And are they safe?
Did I say this is healthy? No, but neither is the tanning bed.
Most contain beta-carotene, which is found in tomatoes and carrots, but some don't have ingredients lists at all and come in vape-like packaging and flavours like Coca-Cola and bubblegum, and some in the gummy or pill form. But the ones that dermatologists are most concerned about are those that seem to offer UV protection.
So there really isn't any evidence that things like beta-carotene offer good UV protection. They are antioxidants, but we certainly don't know that they reduce the risk of skin cancers. So I think people having the idea that actually these are going to give an enhanced level of protection could actually potentially be dangerous.
So it's not only that these don't offer protection, we don't actually know much about them at all.
I honestly have zero idea how this works.
I mean, the supplement market is absolutely the Wild West, and we really don't know much about the doses. We don't have any clinical trials. People can take really as much as they like.
It's usually probably about half a vial. I'm going to put about 6 to 7.
They're not illegal, but that doesn't mean that these unregulated products are safe. And this kind of content might actually be banned in the UK under the Online Safety Act.
It could be caught if it's just as content harmful to children, where the harm is clear and significant. Now, what's harmful? We are looking at products like unregulated medicines or cosmetic chemicals that are used in unsafe ways, or anything that sounds to us perhaps more like some sort of a lab experiment than something that we would have as a lunch.
And they don't definitely work either. Influencers claim they're getting a golden glow, but some people describe more of an orange look, and others have said they've had no effect at all.
Don't waste your money, girls. They ain't made a blind bit of difference, and I've been taking them for 3 weeks.
Just scrubbed off my self tanner, and I will not be tanning this week so that I can test as to whether or not these tan theory drops actually work. Take a picture every day, and it'll all be in one video. All right, so here is day 1. Tomorrow I'll try to remember to put on shorts.
It's actually really good. You can put it in your water, but I will see you tomorrow.
Is he cheating? Man, I don't know. I'm looking around for something else to throw. I'm breaking dishes, fucking here all night. I ain't gonna stop until I see police lights. I'm a fighter man tonight. I'm a fighter man tonight. I'm a fighter man. A man. A man. A man.
It's officially been a week. I have been sick, so not only have I not self-tanned, I have not seen the sun. And even though I'm sick and I feel pasty, I feel glowier. I feel like a little more tan. What do you think? I also don't think I was taking enough the first couple of days. Anyways, I'm going to keep at it and I'll let you know.
Now we have watched the whole clips, I would like to say people should be proud of the color of their skin. Every skin color have some percentage of melanin to support any weather condition. Social media is filled with products that promises quick and easy results. But it is always important to separate marketing lies from facts. While some tanning products may create a temporary glow, people should always be careful with products that makes big health or beauty claims without strong scientific evidence. Doing a little research before trying a viral product is always a smarter choice. If you enjoy watching this video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave your opinion in the comment section. Please, your subscription helps us to grow and encourages us to bring you more updates. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.